Come along, little plant. Grow for JF. Ah, wasn't that a nice drinky? Have an iron gelloid. They're very good for you. Now I'm going to put you in the nice hot sun because Johnny loves his busy.
Did you say something, Mr. Fletcher?
No, Carol. Just talking to the plant.
Oh, do you get any answers?
It's recommended, Carol. I've seen it done on television.
You mean the flower pot men?
No, plants like any other living thing. It needs love and attention. Have a gelloid.
I think I should tell you, JF, they've just rung through. He's arrived.
Who has, Carol?
Smedley from work study.
Oh, my God. Get these plants out of sight. It looks like a greenhouse in here. And be careful with them. I'm sorry, my dears. You've got to go. This is crunch time, Carol. We've got to look busy. Work study already think we're overstaffed. Have you told them?
Who?
The good, the bad, and the ugly out there.
Oh, Mr. Fletcher.
But are they busy?
Oh, yes, they're mending the stapler.
Mending the stapler. No wonder this office is grinding to a halt. What are you doing, Rex?
Yeah, the stapler's broken, Jeff.
I'm not surprised. I suppose you've been repairing your trousers with it again.
No, Jeff.
There's a certain Smedley from work study arrived, and he hasn't come to watch you stapling your flies.
What does he come to do? No, I'm really sorry. What does he come to do, Jeff?
He's come to see you working, Harry,
Yeah.
which is more than I've ever done. He's come to weigh you in the balance, and if you're found wanting... They reduced the staff by 30% in Manchester, and they're cutting off the fat, Rex, and there's a lot of fat round here. And talking of fat, where's Burke?
He's taking a late lunch out here.
He's sunbathing outside the manager's office. Burke! Burke! Get in here! It's not the south of France. That goes for you two as well. Get up off your elbows.
I shouldn't worry, Jeff. I mean, no one can tell us how to run this job, right?
That's right, Rex, yeah.
Rex, these people are experts in time and motion. They expect you to carry out your functions with a minimum of movement.
I think they'll find that I do everything with a minimum of movement, Jeff.
Yeah, even breathing.
They'll expect you to do it quickly.
Well, I don't think they'll find that I'm a slouch, Jeff.
At the last sports day, you took half an hour to erect the manager's deck chair and then it collapsed. He's still got a bad back.
It's dark in here.
Rex, remove his Polaroids.
What?
Get your shirt on. You're supposed to be an accounts clerk, not the playboy of the Western world. Rex, find him something to do and don't let him go shopping down the market.
Is something the matter? Yes, we've got work study coming.
Work study? I think we should refuse to cooperate. We've got our rights, you know.
We could go slow. Go slow? They'd never notice, Burke. You're hardly a blur at the best of times. No, I think the best thing to do is to treat this Smedley with icy indifference.
Icy indifference? Chase me.
What's wrong with that, Harry?
You're going to treat the last one with icy indifference until he gave you a sweet. No, you know you're trouble. You are a pragmatist.
No, there's no need for language like that, Harry.
No. Oh, come in, my dear. Can we help you?
I wonder if there's a desk I could use for a while, only there doesn't seem to be much space around here.
But of course, down here, my dear. Mr. Mason, clear your desk, please. Icy indifference. Woo-hoo!
I don't see what's wrong with icy indifference. I mean, he wouldn't be able to work in a hostile atmosphere. We'll just ignore it.
Well, as long as you do.
This is the accounts section.
Yes. You'll be all right there for a few
No one
minutes.
bothers us here, you know.
We have no end of fun.
Yeah, the comedians of international rentals.
Yes, but we are keeping a low profile at the moment.
Yeah, we got the Gestapo in.
What?
Work study.
Oh, I see.
You're new around here, aren't you? I thought I hadn't seen you before. I remember a figure like you, as you know. Hey, you like it, yeah? No one bothers you. You know what I mean? You don't have to kill yourself, eh? What's your name, then?
April.
April, nice name. Harry Palmer. April,
Smedley.
Anybody seen that interfering busybody Smedley yet? Oh, hello, my dear. I haven't seen you around here before. Who are you?
I'm that interfering busybody, Smedley.
Oh, you don't look like... Oh, I am sorry. Take that smile off your face, Burke, and get the coffee. Fletcher, chief accountant. Did you have a good journey, Miss Smedley?
Yes, I came straight up the M1.
The M1? Was that wise? Last time I was on it, it was like the chariot race out of Ben-Hur.
Oh, I had no trouble. I stayed in the fast lane.
Fast lane? Well, I'm surprised you got here at all. Stay too long in the fast lane and you get flashing lights and a swine with an E-type up your rear end.
I've got an E-type.
Oh, well, I can see you're one of those liberated young women. Coffee, Mr. Fletcher? Well, if you have any problems, my door's always open.
The trouble is, he's never there.
Well, I don't think you'll have any problems here. I think I can say we're all working at the maximum efficiency.
Oh. Absolutely, J.F. Now, it's a complete waste of time your being here.
Oh, I don't know. I've already seen where you could save about an hour a day.
An hour?
An hour, ridiculous.
If you move the desks and the filing cabinets closer together, you won't have to get up and down all the time. You'd save 69 standard minutes.
Why didn't you think of that, Rick? Does Miss Smedley have to come all the way up the M1 just to tell us that? Would you come through, my dear? I'd like to hear more of your ideas. Get your finger out, Rex.
Trust Fletcher to be impressed by a pretty face.
Oh, still, I thought that was quite observant, really.
I like an intelligent
No,
woman.
I can see it's more than Fletcher's impressed by a pretty face.
Well, you didn't think of it, Rex.
Of course I did. It's just that I like getting up and down, that's all.
Oh, don't worry, Rex. She's only a woman. Women, they can't compete with men, can they?
They can do anything a man can do.
They can't take inside leg measurements, Burke? No. They can't compete in a man's world.
What about Margaret Thatcher?
Well, exactly. Now, she's probably all right addressing the House of Commons until she gets a ladder in her tights. And then it's a mad dash to the powder room. Because, you see, she's only a woman. Now, you take Carol here. She's not like that. She enjoys being a woman, don't you? She's content to be admired only for her femininity.
Take your hands off me, you male chauvinist pig.
When are you going to ask him, Susan?
This evening, after he's had his steak and kidney.
Well, I should hide those if I were you, dear, if you don't want him to lose his appetite.
I don't know what all this fuss is about. Surely Rex can teach me to drive.
Oh, Susan, how can he, dear? You don't know your left from your right.
Oh, yes, I do. I've got a wedding ring on my left and blisters on my right. Anyway, why hasn't Harry taught you to drive?
Oh, well, he said he'd have to keep letting the seatbelt out.
That's not the reason.
No, well, he prefers me as a navigator. I'm a very good navigator.
Only because your parents used to take you off into the country and leave you.
Anyway, I've never felt the need to learn to drive. Men are always stopping for me.
Jean, don't you ever get bored with being dependent on men?
Susan, dear, I am not dependent.
You haven't even got the handbook.
I don't need a joint account. I'm an old-fashioned girl. I happen to trust my husband.
You have to. Everything's in his name.
Hello.
Oh, Harry's come to borrow the drill. Oh, hello, Jean. Learning to drive. Not that I blame you, the way Harry drives the car. I mean, it could be safer.
Those aren't mine, Rex, dear.
They're mine, Rex.
And you thought you
You don't want to learn to drive, Susan.
Why not?
I thought you were a conservationist. Have you any idea how much lead you'll be adding to the atmosphere?
Oh, don't exaggerate.
I'm not exaggerating. Every time I drive down the road, you can see the trees wilt.
That's quite right, Susan. We haven't got enough oxygen as it is. If it wasn't for the Amazon basin, we'd all be going purple.
I wanted to go to the supermarket.
I'm sorry, Susan, but you're not ready for the hurdy-burdy of modern motoring, right, Harry?
That's right, Rex. You have to be ruthless on the road today, Susan. And you're just not that sort of woman. You have to be hard, and you're soft and loving. A wonderful mother and a superb cook. Be satisfied, Susan. You don't want to turn into that work-study woman that we had in the office today, eh?
You mean Smedley? No, she's become hard and bitter.
And that comes from trying to compete with men. It's made her ugly,
Yes,
Susan.
trying to tell her how to do our job, pretending to be so efficient, and what happens? She goes and loses her briefcase. Come on, Harry.
Yes, okay, Susan.
I thought that was so typical, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you just stick to the puff pastry, Susan.
I told you what it would be like, Susan.
But I just wanted to have a go. Oh, Jean. Oh, look at that girl getting out of that lovely car. Oh, I do envy her.
Oh, so do I. Look at those clothes.
She's coming here. You, Miss Smedley?
Yes. Oh, well, I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Mason, but I think your husband has taken my briefcase by mistake.
Do come in.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, he has. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. The state that office was in, I'm not surprised.
Yes, I know. You should see his shirt drawer. What a lovely car.
What? Oh, do you like it?
Oh, yes.
I had it over the 100 today.
In those shoes.
This is my friend, Mrs. Palmer, Miss Smedley.
Hello.
Hello.
I do like your dress.
Oh, thank you.
Is someone learning to drive?
Yes, I'm trying to get Rex to teach me, but he won't.
Well, then you must make him. It's not difficult, or they wouldn't be able to do it. They just pretend it is. They like to think it's an all-male preserve with their string-backed gloves and ratting caps.
Ratting what?
You mustn't let them get away with it. You're not a female eunuch, are you?
I don't think so. I've had 2 children.
She must insist on a driving lesson. Otherwise, you'll be putting women's lib back 10 years in this house. Would you like to have a drive in mine sometime?
Oh, yes, I would, if you wouldn't mind.
I get tired of sitting around in hotels all evening.
Do you stay in hotels?
Yes.
Do you have a checkbook?
Yes. And credit cards.
Credit cards.
Well, I must be going. I've got my case back. There's a lot of work to be done. I look forward to seeing you again. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Who was that then?
That was Miss Smedley.
Eh?
You took her briefcase by mistake.
Oh, look at her. She's boxed in. I better go and move my car. She's going to be there all day.
Eh? She'll never get out of that habit.
Time for a driving lesson.
Driving lesson.
And you can stop laughing.
Why?
I want a joint account.
Morning. What's the matter?
Now, what do you think, Harry? Another driving lesson. Oh, I don't think my nerves will stand it.
What were you doing last night?
Emergency stops.
Is she ready for that?
No, we didn't plan it, Harry. She stopped because 3 sparrows were having a dust bath in the middle of the road. The trouble is, I nearly joined them. You can't see triplex on my forehead, can you?
No. I think what you're saying is she didn't do very well then.
No, she did a 25-point turn last night, and that was on an airfield.
Well, perhaps she'll get better.
Yeah, but I won't, Harry. I'm shattered. I'm not sleeping. I jumped up in bed last night and pulled the handbrake on. I mean, she's a woman, you see. She just hasn't got it.
Exactly, Rex.
Yeah. I mean, if God had meant them to drive, he'd have given them stronger wrists and feet to reach the pedals. And, of course, we know who stirred up this little hornet's nest, don't we?
Mr. Mason,
Yes, Miss Smedley.
you know the blue book you enter the monthly figures in?
Yes.
You don't need it.
Miss Smedley, I spend half a day a week filling up that book. Now, you don't think I do it for fun, do you?
Then why do you do it?
Because the totals from the blue book go in the red book.
You don't need that.
Well, I think I've got you there, Miss Smedley. Because the figures from the red book go in the green forms, which are sent to head office.
I know, but the green forms were discontinued 5 years ago.
Then what in heaven's name have they been using them for?
I don't like to take it.
I suppose you think that's funny.
No, I don't. She's got to go. She's having a very undesirable effect on my marriage. You know, Jean's insisting on a joint bank account, that I help her around the house, and that she gets equal shares on the sun lounger. And ever since talking to that meddling Smedley.
Yeah, the trouble is, Harry, we've been too nice.
Not anymore.
What have you got there?
A mouse. I'm going to put it in her file. She won't know what hit her.
He's been off all that hysterical, lifting his skirts, jumping on the chair. We might even have the vehicles, Harry.
Rex, they may have got on the floor of the stock exchange. They may even ride in the Grand National, but they're not intruding here. Yeah, careful with it. Burke, what do you think you're doing?
I'm putting flowers on the desk, Harry.
You'll never mind about that.
You want to keep away from her, Burke.
If she goes on like this, you'll be out of a job.
Why me?
Because she's seen you cleaning Fletcher's car and going down the market with your string bag. I bet she's got you down for expendable.
Just you remember the old Anglo-Saxon proverb.
Which one?
Last in, first out.
She's got to go.
Don't worry, Burke. She will. Move that finger. There.
Get April a chair, will you?
Yes, Mr. Mason. Hello. There you are.
Thank you.
Chair.
Is this yours, Bert?
It's a mouse! It's a mouse! It's a mouse! It's a mouse! No, I'm not. No, it's not. It's trouser leg!
Burke, won't you think you're afraid?
I don't care. Get a cat.
Burke, if you don't get it, I'll put it down your trouser leg, then I'll send a ferret after it.
All right, but I'll tuck my trousers and my socks first.
Burke.
What's the matter, Burke? Can't you afford bicycles?
Mr. Fletcher, there is a mouse under the coffee table.
A mouse!
I'll get it.
Well done, Harry.
I've got it. I'm sorry, JF. A mouse has escaped from my box.
Sorry, Jay.
Miss Medley, would you go through to my office? I'd like to discuss your report. I won't be a moment. We're giving Miss Medley the fullest cooperation. Hope we're not having any of this male chauvinism. Thank God I've never suffered from that sort of prejudice. They're not chattels anymore, Rex. Oh, Carol,
Yes, Mr. Fletcher?
nip out and get my imbrication.
No.
What?
I'm not doing any more errands. And I want to go to college. He does, why shouldn't I?
But, Carol, there's no need. We have such fun trying to decipher your shorthand.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about business management.
Oh, you shouldn't bother your pretty little head about things like that.
That's just the attitude I expected. Miss Medley says it's my parents' fault for always giving me dolls to play with.
But, Carol...
Mr. Fletcher, stop squeezing my arm.
Did you see that?
Yes, Jeff.
She's turning into a blue stocking.
Yeah.
We've got to do something about Smedley.
Well, I'm sure you could handle that,
Yes,
Jeff.
a man of your looks and refinement, Jay.
Remind her that she's a woman.
Yeah, take her to supper.
Take off her glasses and tell her that she's beautiful.
I do have this attraction.
Of course you do, Jeff.
I'll have a word with her.
Mr. Fletcher. Now, about these figures.
Miss Medley, would you care to come to supper this evening?
Oh, yes. I'd like to meet Mrs. Fletcher.
Well, I don't think that will be possible. You see, Mrs. Fletcher has mislaid her teeth. And I think that would make me eating out rather difficult. No, I was just thinking of you and me. I know this little bistro.
Well, I'm afraid I don't usually mix business with pleasure. Now, Mr. Fletcher...
Miss Medley, may I? Just as I thought. A very beautiful young woman.
Mr. Fletcher, I can't see the figures.
What does it matter, Miss Medley?
What about you, Mr. Fletcher? May I? Why? You look positively handsome.
Well, yes, but I...
Oh, I am sorry.
What am I going to do? I can't... This is the only pair I've got.
Well, but, perhaps we could repair them with sellotape.
Well, I can't go to the bistro with sellotape around my glasses.
What? Never mind. You'll be company for Mrs. Fletcher.
Did you see that smile? I bet he gave her a belter.
Yeah, you didn't tell when he struck.
Like a cobra.
I think all our troubles are over.
Well done, Mr.
Oh,
Fletcher.
congratulations, JS.
Is everything all right, Jay?
No, it isn't.
Oh, come on, Rex. I really feel I'm going to make a breakthrough tonight.
Oh, not the garage doors again. Though, let's face it, Susan, you'll never learn to drive. You're starting like the mating dance of the kangaroo.
That's why we go out to eliminate the rough spot.
Yeah, but who's going to eliminate my headaches? I blame Madeline Smedley for this.
April Smedley has opened my eyes. Since she came along, I've been ready for the carpet slippers and a penny, but not anymore. I'm going to drive that car.
You've no idea of the expense. I mean, it's costing us a fortune in petrol.
Just you remember, my lad, you spent 7 and 6 on a marriage licence, and you've enjoyed the comforts of a 5-star hotel ever since.
5-star hotel? You don't have to bring the coal in a 5-star hotel. And you don't find Meccano in the bed. I suppose April Smedley told you that, and all.
As a matter of fact, she says I've been exploited far too long.
Well, you've been seeing too much of that woman.
Well, we're going to have lunch together tomorrow, so don't you forget handicap. I want to be able to report some progress.
Rick. These damn glasses, I think I'm getting double vision. Carol's getting impossible. She refused to butter my crumpets this morning. You should see the way she bangs the tea down. I'm getting more in the saucer these days. Thank you.
Does she still want to do that business management, Jeff?
Yes, she's demanding Tamil. I blame Smedley for this.
We've got to take action, yeah.
You know, I think we've been too soft. If she wants to enter a man's world, let's treat her like a man,
Thank you very much, man. How did we get rid of the last one from work study?
We debagged him.
Oh, yes. No, that's out of the question.
We'll ignore her.
Your icy indifference.
We'll send her to Coventry.
That's right, Rex. We've been too chivalrous. It's time she felt the iron fist inside the velvet glove.
I wonder if one of you strong men would carry those heavy ledgers in for me. They're across the corridor.
You see the film last night, Rex?
Oh, yes, I thought it was very enjoyable.
Harry, could you? They're very heavy.
I like a good pirate film myself. The scuppers are washed with blood, sword fights up and down the rigging, JF.
But
I like that bit when he said, put that 90 on or I'll throw you to the crew without it.
You had to treat a woman in those days.
Hey, that showed her.
No, I think we made our point.
Yes, I don't think we'll have any trouble in that direction, yeah.
You don't think she's...
Oh, no, I don't think
She
so.
is. She's crying.
You and your ideas, Rex.
I sometimes wonder if you've got any feelings at all.
Miss Medley, don't distress yourself. We'll go and get those ledgers for you.
Yeah, I'll get those figures out that you asked for, Miss.
Yeah, I have done the final returns, Miss Smedley.
Ah, here she is. We've come to take you to lunch, April.
What's the matter, Rex?
I think we've upset Miss Smedley.
I think under the circumstances we'd better get those ledgers in.
Yes, that's a good idea. Excuse me.
Don't you worry, April. You've got to overcome a lot of prejudice.
You did your best, but there you are. You see, it's a man's world, I suppose.
You can't win them all.
No.
Oh, I don't know. They are fetching the books, aren't they? Let's go.
You're laughing now, then? You're happy, then?
Oh, no, not the L plates again, Susan. Well, I mean, why did you give it up?
Why should I?
Yeah, but you're a woman. I mean, look at Smedley. She tried to break into a man's world. Look what happened to her.
Yeah, first bit of pressure and she cracked, you
Absolutely
see?
the wrong temperament, you see.
Oh, you did fetch her books for her, didn't you?
Yes, I suppose
And
so.
you were going to get those figures she wanted, weren't you?
No, wait a minute.
You're not trying to tell us that you...
You know, Rex, you may know all about cars, but where women are concerned, you are just a learner.
What are you laughing at?
Eh?